Oh,
Says we're live.
all right. So you can. So I think that was a different problem. It wasn't me signing in because the first few times it worked.
Apparently.
Yes.
I mean, we are live. Should we just stick with it?
Yeah, let's just stick with it and let's start inviting our peeps. All right. Facebook/Kobayashi Zeitgeist.
Did you ever
And
hear back from LinkedIn on our live channel?
not well, I got a sort of an automated kind of thing saying we're basically going to look at it.
Right. We're considering your application.
Yes, something to that effect. All right, where are we? Where are we? There we are. Arthur Tutt is live.
I still need to figure out that naming.
Yeah. And invite friends to watch. So Carolyn's. I wish. Okay. You get an invite. You get an invite. Everybody gets an invite.
You get a car and you get a car.
Shh. We're live. No promises. Okay. Arthur, you're already on, so I'm not inviting you.
I don't get invited to the party?
You do not get invited to the party. Okie dokie. So that is all that. If I hit done and then hit invite now, it shows that you're watching. That's cool. Nobody else comes up. Who do I want to invite? I'm trying to think who. I'm blanking out. All right. Blake is live right now. I'm going to, Blake. Haha, I'm inviting Blake. You are invited to our live stream. Okay. And
yeah, I'm kind of surprised there isn't just like a invite everybody button.
I know there used to be those sorts of things, but they actually pulled it back because I think they were being
too spammy.
Too spammy. Yeah. So copy link, go over to my Facebook page, to my thing that I just posted recently. Oh, we have 1 minute before we have to go live. The countdown is on. Okay. We're officially in out. This is episode 18, by the way. Oh, geez, it is. Hold on. It is time to go live. Okay, wait a second. I've got something new for us today. We're not live. Well, we are live, but we're not officially live yet. Okay. We missed this, eh? All right.
I guess it's Easter.
Yeah. Yes. Well, we are live with COVID Marketing, the show to support small biz, not just survive, but to thrive. Week daily at 11:11 Eastern Standard Time. If you have questions on marketing, business, or, well, whatever, let us know in the comments wherever you find folk are seeing this. Chat away, please. I am Brent Kobayashi, president of Kobayashi Zeitgeist, a marketing agency here in Toronto, Canada. And with me, I have Mr. Arthur Tutt.
Hello, Brent. I must apologize. I missed the memo about the bunny ears and the mask.
Yeah, I was gonna put on the sunglasses again, and I realized we forgot to really do an Easter themed thing. So I thought it's a belated Easter theme episode. Welcome, everybody.
Do we have chocolates to give everybody too?
Yeah, absolutely. If you make a comment, we'll send you a chocolate. No problem.
I like this.
Yeah, comment away in the live stream. So I have to say, though, I just want to make it clear, I do not identify as a furry.
This is good to clear up.
Okay, I mean, I have empathy. I don't identify as one.
Just to set the record straight.
Just setting that record very straight.
Should we get into some questions
here? Yes, let's get into some questions.
All right, so there was a question for all the musicians out there. Question from David. about monetizing, basically monetizing his music channel. And the question was, Brent, do you know of any websites to monetize music as royalty free?
Gotcha. Okay. So the first thing I would do is like Google for royalty-free music, see if you can find them. I do know that places like iStock has royalty-free music creative agencies can use, and I'm sure there's many others. So do that and see where you can be, and then be on all the places. And I would say that when you're starting off something, which my understanding is David is, that I would experiment with the monetization for sure. But I feel like the thing to do is to get your music in front of as many people as possible. I actually, this is a straight up, I'm going to straight up rip off Gary Vaynerchuk right now. So this is literally, I was listening to him talking about this recently. It was a little bit different, but it was very similar on music writing and songwriting and that type of thing. And that is, I would do everything to just put up TikTok videos with your song against it. TikTok video with your song against it, your music against it. You want one of those to take off, right? And if one of the, like, you just don't know where that's going to go. Give it away, say this is royalty free, you can use it, play with it, whatever it happens to be. It can be, and don't worry about it matching current trends. Do what you really like to do. If it's ambient sounds, if it's like whatever beats, you know, like certain hertz and frequency, or whatever it is that you're really into, do that thing and then match a video to it. David, I know personally. So I was looking at his TikTok recently and he had his turtle walking along, right? And it was just a thing of his turtle and it was cute. You throw some music against that and sort of time it a little bit, and somebody's going to look at that and think that's cute, and then they're going to do their own spin on matching that music.
Right. Although on that note, so if he's posting on TikTok, he's going to be posting his music, right?
Yes, 100%. 100%. Go in, do your music. Always have your music in the background. See if you can play with it a little bit. If you're comfortable with it, I would actually encourage you to do that to see what happens. What does the marketplace do with it? I mean, that's what you're doing. You're creating music and you want people to use it. And they're going to interpret that however they're going to interpret that. They could put it against something that's wacky, funny, whatever, it doesn't matter. Even if it's a very serious beat or a very serious thing that you're doing. But you just want to see what the marketplace does with it. So I'd actually say that's probably one of the biggest things, is see what the marketplace does with your stuff. With TikTok, actually an interesting thing might be to take famous things that are happening, whatever it is, and put your music against those things. So do the flip. So one thing is get people to use your music in their videos. Awesome. You get to see what works. You see what actually people respond to. And you can always have that link into, you know, I'm available for free to do this, or whatever it happens to be, like a give. Just take it and use it, because you want your thing to be used suddenly in a huge movie and you make no money off of it. This is the Gary thing. Like literally somebody takes it, they use it in a huge movie because they really love whatever it was. It somehow gets to them. And that's the whole idea, is to get awareness of it. And you make no money. You just gave it all away and then your career is set. So play with that. But I like the flip of that, actually. So I'm going to go on top of it. And so you take whatever famous clips, movies, Neo deciding to do the red pill or the blue pill, all that kind of stuff, and you put your own thing behind it, get creative with it. And that could be actually an interesting introduction to your music, because you can get people actually enjoying your take on the soundscape of famous clips that people will immediately recognize and want to share. So I think that's actually another way of putting you into the conversation.
And what do you think in general of people's desire to monetize? Like, do you think monetizing is a good thing? Is it something people should avoid doing?
No, I mean, for sure, monetize, play with it. There's nothing like somebody giving you money that says, oh, this is actually worth something to that person. And at the beginning of something, I mean, it's just like you worked for me for like 5 weeks free, right? And a little bit longer than that, because there's a little bit of more introductory kind of assessments you were doing. So yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're doing and how long you're going. If you can hold your breath for a really long time, giving things away that people are just using, it's a really easy way for people to get it and use it and then see if there's value there. And then the monetization comes into, I love what you're doing. And hey, are you available to do this? Right? So when you're gaining audience, you're gaining future monetization, right? So yeah, it's not a problem. I do like actually that question. Hey, are you willing to pay for it? But if you go there really quickly, then, you know, you're probably going to have different results than if you're just trying to engage with people and trying to get awareness.
Right. And on that note, I'm just wondering, because Brent, a couple of days ago, you sent me that article about declining YouTube revenue. And I was reading some comments in that article there about people talking about like basically YouTubers, content creators, their revenue decreasing with dropping ad revenue. I had some thoughts on that. Do you want me to get into that or switch topics?
Yeah, no, get into it.
Okay, well, one of the big things that was coming up is, so basically a lot of advertisers, a lot of companies with this COVID recession situation have started pulling their advertising dollars. They're saying, all right, well, nobody's buying, so we don't want to advertise right now. And so this article was basically talking about the decline in ad dollars and what that means for, in this case, they're talking about YouTubers, people who create content on YouTube and rely on that revenue stream, because basically they've seen, or a lot of people have seen, their monetization revenue has dropped significantly over the last month.
Yeah.
And then one of the, but the comment that kind of caught my attention the most was somebody was talking about basically saying, look, YouTube doesn't compensate content creators enough. And then basically went on to go on some rant about, you know, YouTubers, they need to get on this other platform because they'll be compensated better.
Sure.
And my first thought to that was about the sense of entitlement from the person who is writing it. Because my thought is, look, YouTube is a platform. It's a free platform where anybody can put out content, right? And the fact that you can, for free, put out content and reach people and create an audience, in my mind, is pretty amazing, right? You don't have to pay for that. You don't have to pay to get a TV spot or to, you know, pay to be on the radio. And so, of course, you know, it's nice to make money from what you do, but I feel sometimes people get a little bit too, I don't know if emotional is the right word, but this feeling like I'm getting screwed because I'm not getting paid enough for my efforts here. And I'm just saying, let's take a moment to reflect and be grateful that this platform even exists, that you can actually get out and reach people in the first place.
Yeah. So, okay, here's how it goes. The marketplace decides, right? That's all. So right now, if I were a YouTuber, I would be so happy right now. Literally so happy. Okay, revenue is declining because advertising's dropped down. All the small businesses have pulled out. Big businesses are probably still advertising. It's just anybody who is advertising and they need that return on investment, that intention to buy right away. All right, they're not there anymore. So, right, revenue has gone down and your audience is going up. People are on YouTube. People are spending a ridiculous amount of time. It's shooting through the roof. They're talking about whether or not you're going to be able to keep the internet. Oh my gosh, everybody's like, the internet's still going. they're actually like, wow. And then, you know, we're going to take it from 1080p down to 720p to reduce the resolution so that, you know, the streaming quality is not going to be as good, but we're still going to have an internet, right? So that's how much traffic is going on right now. We've just really blown through the roof in terms of expected traffic under normal circumstances. So you're getting more and more audience. You're getting more and more power. You're getting more and more leverage. This is the best thing in the world, because if you can be converting to subscribers, then guess what? Come 3 months from now, your ad revenue is going to shoot up. Through 6 months from now, it's going to just shoot way up. As soon as people are starting to go, it's like a stock market. Like when it drops, people are like, oh, this is a good time to buy. It's the same thing that's going on now. People are like, we're doing this. We're like, holy cow, we're getting 1/3 of a penny per impression. This is the best time in the world to advertise, if I'm not looking for a conversion today.
Yeah, we're
looking at it and say, well, there's still demand out there. If suddenly the supply is dried up, because we did a search for Toronto web design company, like a very specific search, and I think there was one ad that was like an actual legit ad, and the rest of them were all the low cost $299 website, $299. Like there's literally the cheap stuff, right? That are they're not in our competitive sphere. They're not what we compete against. So generally, there's not a large overlap, I should say that. So I'd be like super happy. And yeah, if you can get enough content, if there's another marketplace that's going to do better for you, great, go for it. Now, keep in mind that that marketplace needs you. So they probably have some investment dollars, and that's why they're willing to give you a higher margin. And the reason why they're willing to give you a higher margin rather than your total overall profit is because they need to attract content creators. And so sure, move over there, but understand your marketplace is probably going to be smaller.
Because I guess that's the big advantage of YouTube, is that's where the eyeballs are.
Yeah, that's the reason why all the content creators are there, for sure, because that's where the eyeballs are. If you don't have a marketplace, I don't care. You can be like, you know what, I don't want to make as much money, so I'm going to go to this other marketplace over here. And so it's not, I don't know if it's entitlement. There's some truth for it. It's kind of neat to have those conversations and out there. But I would say what you're trying to do really is either you're saying, I have no power and I feel like a victim here, and my wages have dropped. And YouTube, you guys are being mean, evil corporate overlords. Very, in my mind, this is very victim. I'm not like all sympathy for anybody where it actually puts them in a tough spot. But if it puts you in a tough spot, look at your lifestyle. It's the only thing I can say. See what you can do to sort that out. You're going to be stronger for it. Those types of things. I think it goes right back down to, if you've got your health, right, very especially poignant in this day and age, then you're doing well.
Yes. On that note, we're at exactly 15 minutes right now.
Holy cow. Okay. So yeah, go where the marketplace is. By all means, if you want a smaller marketplace, but they're going to give you a higher cut of the take, cool. It's a numbers game. I would not be surprised if you were like, I think I really want back at YouTube, especially a few months from now, where it's just like, hot damn. Thank goodness I stayed on YouTube. I just went from 100,000 subscribers to 300,000 subscribers, and I'm getting a lot more views on my videos. It's a good time to be publishing right now and getting awareness.
Yeah,
yeah.
My one last thought on that I would add is, of course, experiment, try different platforms, see what works, see what doesn't work. But at the end of the day, it's a free market, so don't complain. If you're not happy, find something else you like better. Yeah,
and if lots of people a lot of content creators like, it's better over here, guys, and a ton of them move, guess what? YouTube is going to say, instead of 55-45 split, we're going to do it 40-60. We're going to do it whatever. They're going to split it more in your favor if the content creators actually jump. But if YouTube still has the marketplace, then if you're sitting there saying it's really not fair, that you're taking such a cut, especially when my revenue is dropping. If nobody else is leaving, that's what the marketplace is demanding.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that's nice. If you have an efficient market, and I guess they're arguing that maybe YouTube is not so efficient, it doesn't actually really matter. It's just, do you have the leverage to sell your stuff, and you're selling your content? So, all right. A little bit of capitalism for you on Easter, belated Easter Tuesday.
On that note, we are at 17 minutes now.
All right. We're only slightly lying liars. All right. Thank you so much for joining us on COVID Marketing. Please let us know what you would like us to chat about. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
All right.
Thanks, Brent.
Thanks, man.